These are the craziest keycaps I've ever seen, bro. Full metal, gold plated. Yes, that's what they said on their website. Meticulously plated with real gold. And also the other ones, they also have real plated silver and black titanium keycaps. We also have different finishes and textures, as you can see. And over here is the titanium black, copper eagle, burgundy. You can do matte glossy. We do have royal blue. We also have emerald, mint, lavender, ivory white, obsidian black, gold, which I have over here, silver, and also satin gold. There's also an option to have legends or none. There you can also go ahead and add a 7U add-on pack. And all of these keycaps are also recycled metal. They're also all CNC'd. Very nice. But yeah, you got a lot of different options, man. Now it does get a little bit of a fingerprint. I mean, it's kind of expected from how shiny that is. What? Real gold. And it's also metal, so it's kind of heavy. And you probably heard it as well from all of this. Yeah, that is metal. But other than the amazing high quality keycaps, it also came... Look at the reflection. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, it also came with a high quality keycap puller over here. Very nice. You can also use this to tighten or loosen the stems of the keycaps. I don't really have any problems with unboxing. It's very simple, very protected. Anyways, let's actually go ahead and put these keycaps on a keyboard because they also make pretty unique sounds. Perfect timing. I do need some keycaps for my Glitter 65 R2 Ultra over here. It's full metal as well, full CNC aluminum. I think it would really fit well with these keycaps. And then for the switches, I got some Keyboom Taro Cream Milk switches over here. I really like them as well. The keycaps look really high quality, by the way. I like it. These are pretty similar to Cherry Profile keycaps. Oh, and one last final thing before we actually go ahead and put these keycaps on the keyboard. If you're curious about the weight of these keycaps comparing to a normal keycap, so I have a normal plastic keycap over here. Put it over here. That is 1 gram. Now for the M of the gold plated full metal keycap over here, 6. That's 6 times heavier. And then for the space bar, here it is. It's around 6 grams, so pretty much almost the same as this single key. And then for the space bar of the gold full metal one over here, 30.3. Whoa, that is 5 times heavier. Wow. Let's go ahead and actually put this on the keyboard. That looks gorgeous, bro. And the shiniest even, like look at it reflect the light. It even blinds me sometimes. And it really fits the board so well, bro. Let's do a little sound test. Now that is talky. Am I even pronouncing it right? Talky. But yeah, it is pretty deep sounding. And the keycaps definitely have a huge part in making the sound more deeper. And so that we can hear the difference even more, I replaced some of the keys with plastic keycaps. Now the switches definitely have a role to play in making the sound deeper as well, but as you've heard, the metal keycaps just make it even more deeper. But yeah, I really love how they sound like. You can kind of hear the metallic sound. For me personally, I don't really mind it. I really like how it sounds like. The feeling as well, very unique. It is cold to the touch. I mean, it is metal, so I have no problems with that. And the texture, it is a glossy, shiny texture, and I don't really have any problems with it as well. Felt pretty nice. It does have some problems on the fitting actually. Now this might not be the case for everyone, but for me it is. There are some keycaps that kind of have a too loose stem over here, so it's actually popping out whenever I press on the, I mean, yeah, just look at it, it's wiggling. I'm not even pressing it. Yeah, there we go, it popped off. Now don't worry though, it is pretty easy to make a solution for. Now they made a stem adjustment tool over here. As you can see, it is a cross. You can use this to loosen up the keycaps or the stem by pressing it down over here and maybe wiggling it a little bit if you want a more looser stem. Or you can also use the other side over here, the other side of the cross over here, to tighten up the stem, so by pressing it down. But in my case, it is a little bit too hard, and if that's the case for you too and it's a bit too hard, you can go ahead and screw this back in and then remove the top part over here because you don't want to be hammering that part. So just insert that over here. Now you can use a hammer or anything to hit this with, and you avoid excessive force. Then after that, you will notice that it is in there now. So pull it out, just like so, and it is tighter now. Now if it became too tight, it will be okay because you will be able to easily loosen it up. Compared to tightening it, it's easier to loosen it up in my experience. Just insert it over here. There we go. Then you can just wiggle it a little bit. Be very gentle, as much as you can. Okay, let's see if that's good enough. And I think that is good enough. As you can see, it is so much better now. And it's not going off. Yeah, very nice. Now I do have an easier solution though. As you can see, there's a little paper I have. Because look at this, without the paper, it goes off like that. It is very loose. So what I'd suggest is get a paper, okay? And then just peel or cut out a square. Doesn't have to be big, as long as it covers the cross over there. This one's actually still a bit big. Just peel that off. Now put it on top of the cross or the stem like so, and then use the cross over here or the stem loosener tool, the cross, to push the paper and the stem. And as you can see, the paper is now covering the sides of the cross. And let's go ahead and try putting it on over here. And now because of that paper, it is way more tighter in there now. And as you can see, it's not flying out anymore. But yeah, you can do a lot of different solutions if you want. There's more than one solution that you can do. Now the paper solution over there is not limited to paper. You can also use tape, or sometimes the paper is not thick enough for some of the keys, especially if you're working with wider ones like the enter, backspace, caps lock, or shift key over here. You might want to try using something thicker, which I have over here. This is a badminton grip I got. And yeah, you can cut out a small piece and do the same process I did with the paper. Now those issues are kind of understandable because it's metal we're working here. It's harder to carve and shape, but hey, it is pretty easy to fix. Now for the spacebar over here though, this is where I kind of had a little bit of of a problem. The spacebar over here is too heavy for the switches I got over here to lift it up. I've seen some switches be able to lift up this spacebar, this 30-gram spacebar before. Now, unfortunately, the switches I have over here, which are the Keyboom Taro Cream Milk switches, which has a 54-gram force actuation force, those switches are not able to lift this spacebar up. Yeah, that's kind of a problem because whenever I press it, it just gets stuck there. I did open up the switch, tried to put a different spring on it. You know, this guys, I tried to get one of those springs. To be specific, this one, it's broken now for the switch. But yeah, it was kind of impossible to fit inside the switch, and I was able to close it, but it just gets stuck. So I gave up on that, and surprisingly, I found a different solution, which is actually easier than opening up the switches and changing the springs. So I just took the pen spring over here and just literally just put it at the side of the switch like that and closed it up. Just put the spring, make sure it is standing up just like so, then slowly lower the space bar and insert that. Amazing, it's going up. It's not really messing up the spring inside, it's not falling. You might think the spring might fall over and not push the space bar anymore, but it's actually more stable than you think. It is still pretty good. The spacebar, pressing it down, giving it stability, and actually keeping it in place. But yeah, those are just my little problems over here. You might not encounter them, you might. Pretty easy to fix, not gonna lie. So yeah, would I recommend them? Now, the gold variation, the price is kind of luxurious as well. I'm not gonna lie. From what I can see, their gold and silver color finishes are the most expensive ones, but the other ones are a bit more cheaper. But it is kind of understandable considering these are real gold plated and real silver plated. Pretty understandable why those two variations are kind of more expensive. I would definitely recommend these keycaps, especially if you like the sound and the looks it has and you want to experience metal keycaps. Yes, I would definitely recommend it, but again, it might not be for everyone, the price to be specific, but great, amazing quality keycaps, bro. I would still recommend it. Definitely a luxurious look and quality, bro. Anyways, that's gonna be it for my review of the Awekeys full metal keycaps. I would recommend it. First link in the description. You can use my discount code MIGSS for 5% off checkout. Very nice. Now, a little disclaimer, these keycaps are sent to me by Awekeys, but that won't change my review of the keycaps. Everything that you've been hearing are my honest opinions about them. Again, I can already see the comments coming. Well, it's so expensive. You don't have to get the gold plated variation over here, which is kind of expensive, I know. You can get the other variations if you want a cheaper option and you just want a metal experience, but man, the gold is just luxurious, gorgeous. You gotta look at it in real life to actually see how beautiful it is. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I pray and hope that you enjoyed. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.